everyone, Amy here, talking about the latest episode of Once Upon a Time, Season 3 premiere. Very exciting episode overall. I'm not going to go too much into detail because probably if you're reading or listening to this, you have already seen the episode and you have your own opinions, so why shove mine down your throat? But I'm just going to briefly talk about what has happened and what I thought was going to happen, and what I think might happen in the future. So, we pretty much left off where Henry is taken by Tamara, and I can't remember the other guy's name. They go to Neverland. They apparently thought they'll reach their contact, which happens to be Peter Pan and the Lost Boys. So, they were tricked. And then Henry is off running with another boy. And then, on the other side of Neverland, Regina, Emma, of course, Prince Charming, Snow White, Hook, Rumpelstiltskin, all going to Neverland as well to find Henry and such. And, of course, they all hate each other. It's not that surprising. I mean, we've grown up with them for 2 seasons now. So they have their differences. At one point, Rumpelstiltskin's like to Emma, like, you're not really that great of a leader and such, and that he's the one that's going to find Henry because he's the only one really capable of finding him. So he pretty much runs off right after. Meanwhile, while in Neverland, Neil is back in the Enchanted Forest in Aurora and her prince's castle, and they're looking after him along with Mulan. I can pretty much go, he's there. He then goes to his father's castle with Mulan. They meet Robin Hood, and then they find the crystal ball that tells Neil that, oh, Emma's not in Storybrooke anymore. She's in Neverland. And then back in Neverland, she's a boat, mermaids, all these things happened. What you really have to really know of the episode is that the action is back, the suspense is there. Lo and behold, spoiler alert, and the episode turns out the boy that Henry was running off to was actually Peter Pan. And that the reason why he wants Henry is because he has the heart that he wants. He has the heart of a true believer. And as you may have seen with the whole fairy dust and such, he's a believer. I mean, magic, we saw through Neil, is really one of the most powerful magics of all. But believing is also a magic in itself. And that was really a big opponent, or I always want to use that word, but I don't think that's the right word to say. But Henry's always been the believer of it all. If it wasn't for him believing that these stories were true and that Emma was going to save the town of Storybrooke, then none of this would have happened. And he is a true believer. So, we're pretty much left off to where what's going to happen on Neverland. Are they going to reach Henry in time? What is going on with Neil's area, and what is going on with everything in the universe that is Once Upon a Time? And will this Once Upon a Time in Wonderland somehow phase into the main storyline at one point? Possibly not, maybe a little touch points here and there, but again, it's another journey that we have to explore during the Once Upon a Time era. And it's going to be really exciting, especially since it's lost and you never really know what's going to happen really until it happens or is right in front of your face. A lot of things are going to happen. I'm very excited for this season. This was a perfect episode to start off. My theory or thought process on the whole Henry finding him situation is that half of the series will be to find him and then take him back to Storybrooke, and something's going to happen to Storybrooke. There has to be something going on in Storybrooke right now. It's going to be one of those stories where they talk about possibly that there's no Storybrooke scenes at all, and then when they get back, something drastic has happened. Because that is how TV shows work in situations like that when you're traveling from different worlds or different places and such. So, that's pretty much it for this review, reaction, overview, my thoughts, my processing of the episode. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next episode talk. Bye.